Hi, this is Jackie,
Hi, this is Diana.
and you're listening to Home Bodies Only, where we welcome all bodies to join us as we break down and dissect HBO series. And we are finally talking about, and just like that, season 2 finale. Just in time for season 3. Just kidding. It is called, so it's episode 11, The Last Supper, part 2, main course. All right. For the recap, I got my trusty favorite here, Christopher Fraser, from wwd.com. So they title it Samantha's Return and the Last Supper. The highly anticipated return of Kim Cattrall as Samantha Jones finally happened in the season 2 finale. All right. So we do know there's going to be a season 3.
Mm-hmm.
See, this time they did not do like a nice little summary at the top, so I'm gonna have to like skim through each character. So Carrie is preparing for the Last Supper at her old apartment that fans have known since season 1 of the original Sex and the City. Aiden surprises her at her apartment after the dinner party to tell her he can't go back and forth between Virginia and New York anymore. Basically what you predicted. Give her a 5-year. Just wait 5 years. What do you call that? You can't call that an ultimatum. He gave her a 5-year promise, I guess. I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
He has to wait until Wyatt is out of his teens because says he needs more watching. He needs his dad. And you were right too, how you were saying maybe he was like the stable home, and he was. So
yeah. My intuition was
you were spot on. Yeah. And we really didn't watch it till after we talked about the last one.
We're way behind.
We were way behind. So Carrie runs off to Greece. With Seema, and they finish the episode having cosmopolitans on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miranda goes to see Steve at his new bar and eatery in Coney Island. Sorry, but the author wrote, or the writer of this article wrote, new bar and eatery in Coney Island, New York. I'm like, did you really have to put New York? People not know that? Okay. She asks to keep being a part of his life no matter what. He agrees. He agrees. At Carrie's dinner party, she tells Che they can't ruin this, and they finally laugh off how the relationship ended. She gets invited to do an interview on BBC and runs off. Charlotte and Harry have a heart-to-heart about him helping out around the house more. He gets her a new iPhone to replace the one she threw in a margarita pitcher, and they conclude the episode setting it up, which looked painful. Charlotte... No, they're talking about her clothes. Samantha calls Carrie from a car in London to tell her that her flight is 3 hours delayed and she won't make it in time. She had planned to surprise Carrie, but ended up bidding goodbye to the apartment on speakerphone. Oh, I heard that, because I listened to the writer's room for this one, that she ad-libbed that kiss. You know how she kissed the phone? That was ad-libbed, just to let you know. Lisa, aka LTW, who is now coping with her miscarriage, runs into the bathroom at Carrie's dinner party, wondering if it was her fault. Herbert comforts her, providing her solace. I hope I'm saying that word right. Solace? Solace? How do you say that word? Shouldn't I know that?
You should know that.
I know. Do you know?
I would say a different
solace,
word.
not solace. Okay.
No, I believe it's solace.
I think it's solace. Okay. Naya gets elected to the American Law Institute. She runs into the man who caught her eye from the restaurant she dined at post-separation from Andre. I think like in the first episode, right? Wasn't it like the first episode or second? I think it was the first. And he ends up being the chef for Carrie's dinner. His name is Toussaint. He ends up taking her back home to Brooklyn, and she invites him inside. Yeah, because he's hungry. Seema brings Ravi to Carrie's dinner party. Carrie tells Seema that she shouldn't be afraid of falling for Ravi so fast because it's probably what she's been waiting for. Ravi tells her she's battling her own insecurities and reaffirms he's in love with her and she has nothing to worry about at the end of the episode. Okay, that's it. That's all he wrote, or they wrote. All right, so fashion. I actually really liked Miranda's dress at the dinner party, the red one. And it is by a company called Roxanda. They call it a cape sleeve draped crepe dress. I didn't realize until I looked it up, and then I saw it, I think like maybe the second time, that there's like a golden-y orange color at the bottom of the cape part.
Yes.
And
I think I noticed it when she left to do the interview.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how much it costs. I did have a screenshot of how much it costs. It's $938. It's 50% off. It was $18.75. I wonder if it's sold out at this point, though. Nope. Wow. It's still there.
Yeah, it was really pretty. I used to have I sold it, but on Poshmark. But I used to have a dress from Zara that had that like cape long sleeve, and then the other sleeve was cut off almost like no sleeve. Mm-hmm. And it was like a sweater material, but I love that. I love like the
asymmetry.
Yeah, asymmetrical. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I really like that. Fun. It looked really good on her, that color.
Mm-hmm.
The last few episodes, her clothes have been.
Mm-hmm.
I have to click on what I picked next because I didn't. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily liked it, but I thought it was interesting. Charlotte's purse I think it was at the dinner party. It looked plastic. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. It looks like, can't really tell. You almost couldn't catch it. It's plexiglass. And it's by Benedetta Bruzziches. Bruzziches. Bergdorf Goodman is the, you can get 15% off if you sign up for, so there you go. But that is sold out, but you can shop similar styles. Like there's kind of like a cool color there, like almost rainbow-esque prismy crystal almost. And that one's $2,800. So
listen, it's less expensive than the martini purse. So
right. And you might be able to fit more stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the little brown. There's like a brown one. It looks a little smaller. That's $24.70. So you got some options.
Bargain basement prices here.
Yeah. That's actually all I had.
I had Naya's outfit.
At the dinner party?
No. Now I'm trying to remember because I didn't write it. Or was it for her party? Or was it when she was on the phone?
She had a cool outfit on when she was told that she got the award, right? Award.
Can't remember if that's what I was referring to. I probably should have wrote. I just wrote Naya's outfit ! And then I wrote LTW's dress at the party. That was spectacular. Miranda's red dress made my list, and Seema looked like a Greek goddess, in my opinion.
I loved hers too. I know. I almost wrote down her like jumpsuit.
Ugh.
Did you like Carrie's dress? I'm just curious.
I didn't like. Not. It just didn't make my fashion portion of my notes.
They were like, I felt like they were blowing it up. It's Oscar de la Renta, and I felt like it looked like, and I think they did this on purpose. It looked like Alice in Wonderland-esque because like the checker on it, and they had a horse hair apparently. I don't know what you want to call it. Underneath, so it would stick out, like how it stuck out. I think the leggings she had leggings on underneath, and that
she looked great in it. It just wasn't.
Yeah, like... I just don't think. I think the leggings took away from maybe it was a little more. That was, they said, taken right off the runway, like off a model onto her.
Wow.
In the writer's room. Yeah, I don't know how much that costs. All right, why was I was going to look up Naya's outfit. I don't know if this was, I don't know why it's not on here because I saw it here earlier, was like blue and white kind of, and had a pattern. It looked like it was a one piece. It actually was not, because I saw it. It was like a jacket and pants. It looked like a jumper kind of, but it wasn't. Why isn't it not showing up on here? I don't know. I'm on Shop Your TV, but I'm showing her purse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing up. So I don't know what outfit you were talking about.
Clearly I didn't either.
Yeah. Okay. Should we go to I Can Relate?
Mm.
Carrie calling her kitten her baby, because I call my dog my baby. She's the baby, and she'll always be the baby, even when she's old, because she's helpless like a baby, basically. So, as I said in the last episode, I did have a miscarriage. So it's not the same feelings, but it's having feelings about a miscarriage. And what I have to say, I mean, I feel like kind of in the last episode, I kind of was just like, well, it wasn't meant to be. I mean, that's not how I felt at the time. I felt terrible. I felt devastated. And, I thought I was 11 weeks along, but I wasn't. But at the time, I thought I was 11 weeks. And I did have someone who we both know, and I won't say who it is, say to me, yeah, but you weren't even pregnant for very long. Like, why are you upset? And it's just like, so it really diminishes it. And it's when someone gets pregnant, regardless if they want it, they're excited, they're upset. Sure. It's still the thought of it, and you get a mindset ready to go. You don't think, oh, well, it might not happen. You plan. So it's a loss. I just wanted to say that because that was one of the worst things somebody said to me.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. And, at the time too, I felt like my body betrayed me. I also, the fact that I had no clue that it happened. I felt like, why didn't I know? Almost like an alien in my own body. Like, who am I? Who are you? Because how come I didn't know? Shouldn't I have known? Yeah. And and you feel like, I felt like it betrayed me. My body betrayed me. And I felt like I failed. Like I failed and did something wrong. So I just wanted to put those out there because if anyone else ever felt that way. But with her, her whole thing was she thought, did I wish it away? And that wasn't my case, but I'm sure there's been other cases like that, situations. But I think that's all I had.
I had around the table when they were like sharing. It must have been at Charlotte's. Was it at Charlotte's?
No, when they were sharing around the table, that was at Charlotte's God, sharing. You mean?
Never mind.
Oh no, at Carrie's.
At Carrie's, where they were like going around the table. Yeah. I watched this last week. We're a little behind. I should have rewatched it before we did this. But yes, them going around the table reminds me, I can relate because when we sit down as a family for dinner, we do high-low and we share what was your high today and what was your low. So something, like the kids we just did yesterday for family dinner, and it could be like that. Somebody like my son sat with a new friend, or they got to go, something special, or the low, like I didn't get to go on the playground because it was raining or something like that. Right. So we do that. And then setting up the iPhone. Oh, it is easy, but it's not. I'm sorry. Like the whole, put the phones next to it and they talk to each other and you got to do that. Yeah. Like I can totally relate with.
She didn't even have her old phone. That's what I kept thinking. She didn't even have her old phone. I mean, unless so that's even tougher. Because Dave just got a new phone and he has not done it yet. Because he's like, I just don't want to do it yet. Even though he wants to use it, he's just like, I just don't. I'm like, it's not too bad. The two phones have to mate. But it's like scary.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you don't have a phone
it could be
for a bit. You actually do not have a phone. It's like, oh, this is working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were just having lots of problems trying to figure it out. At least though they had Rock to fall back on. I mean, I don't have anybody to fall back on in this house to help. I'm the fallback. Sorry, keep going.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's it?
That's what I had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those two.
Okay. Love, hate. Excuse me. I love when Brady sees Miranda and Steve, like, I don't know what to say, having that moment. I love that part at the pier. I guess I would say the pier. The pier.
Mm-hmm.
I did love the Samantha call, even though I knew it was coming. The only thing that's hard is we know their relation. They weren't even, first of all, talking to each other. She filmed it separately.
Correct.
That they really were not friends in real life. And I think we talked about this. I kind of always sided on the side of Sarah Jessica Parker, but then I read some more things and I'm like, and I don't like that. Just that, I mean, I think I had heard, even while Sex and the City was still on, I had heard that they weren't really, like, she was not really friends with the other three. She was going to, like, P. Diddy's white party and, like, going out and all this stuff, and they weren't doing that. But that's all I thought. But I read that, I don't know, maybe it was when they were filming in the Hamptons or something, but the three of them supposedly got a house. Sarah Jessica Parker rented a house for the three of them, but Kim Cattrall was not invited.
Interesting.
But I don't know. There's three sides to every story. But so I loved it, but then I was like, they're not really talking to each other. I know that.
I know.
So also too, I listened to the writer's room and they did not want that to get out. They were like, when they filmed it, they were trying to be so careful. That's what they wanted to keep. Like, they did not want it to get out. I mean, that got out as soon as it happened.
Yeah, it did.
So I feel like you can, I don't know. Anyway, that's what he said. I loved, she references, okay. Remember when she says, who is Samantha? This is Emily from Inja. And I was like, or Emily Bronstein or whatever. I was like, why is she saying
Wasn't
that?
it from one of the movies?
No, I thought too, maybe. I couldn't. No, in the writer's room, because I was like, what is this from? It's, I believe, when they sneak into the Soho house, that hotel where there's a pool on the roof and it's really hot. So she says she's this woman. But
yes.
I did not remember when she first did it. I was like, what? Who is that? I loved Carrie's table setting and everything. I did like Anthony being vulnerable in the closet. He started to cry. I liked seeing that side of Anthony. I feel like, I mean, you saw it a little bit when he was with Stanford. But yeah, I love Shu the kitten. And we know, because you sent me the thing, but she adopted the kitten in real life, which we might have talked about already. And the kitten's name, I think, came with Lotus. I don't know if she kept Lotus. Maybe she did. And then I loved Herbert and LTW's conversation in the bathroom. I love them. Like, they're so good together. Okay.
Good chemistry.
Yeah. What did you love?
I said, say what you will, but I loved Samantha's call.
Yeah.
Maybe there will be some mediation in real life for the two of them, because life is short and I feel like they shouldn't feud.
Yeah.
But I did like that. I loved Charlotte's speech about helping out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I loved the music at the party, of course, because as soon as I heard Ambrosia in the background, How Much I Feel, I was singing and going, okay, this is on, one of my playlists. I love Ambrosia. It's on all the yacht rock stuff. And Sade comes on, or Sade?
Sade. It's
is that how you say it?
With an S, but you say Sade.
Sade. Once that was like, when we went and we veered into that, I was like, wow, this playlist is on point. It's exactly what I would play at my dinner party. And that's all I had for my love. I actually had nothing on my hate.
I had one.
What was it?
Jackie's outfit at the dinner party. WTF.
wasn't it like crochet? Did he have like the crochet trend hat
It
or
just,
something? Am I remembering it?
what is going on?
I don't know.
What? No.
Yeah, the whole like crochet blanket trend.
Not into that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The crochet. Yep.
Yeah, like your grandmother's Afghan
They
trend
have
that's
they have his
happening.
outfit on Shop Your TV.
I
I
bet
mean,
they
the
do. I bet you that
pants,
hat's.
the athletic pants are
Mhm.
actually cool. The tracksuit pants, sorry, they're sold out. Those are cool. Like sunlight is the
Yeah.
color,
Yeah.
but all together, what is going on? Yeah. So that's my only hate. Okay.
Mm.
I have one thing for speech language analysis. It's more language. I thought Miranda's train wreck analogy was spot on, and I really liked it. And I really liked that she was like, yeah, but still nobody died and we got where we needed to go. I loved that part. And it gave me closure because I was very upset about. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know if Che was totally convinced, but I agreed with Miranda, and that analogy was great. People are
Mhm.
screaming in my house. And that's it for a speech.
I wrote down for my psych notes here, I wrote Kathy going all the time. And I said, now it makes sense. So I don't know if Aiden said something about her being away all the time or she was gone all the
Oh, yes,
time.
yes, yes. He
And I was
said
like,
she,
oh,
yep.
this is it. This is why the kids are, or he, the son,
He
is
is.
attached to him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously doesn't get along with the mom. The mom wasn't around. No wonder they got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that I was like, okay, and this is that part of like needing control and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he, but yeah, I believe. Wait, did I read that they did renew for another
Oh, yeah.
season? Yeah, they did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know it's old news to
Yeah.
everybody else except me. Um,
Yeah. They,
so I wonder when they're going to start filming. Oh, they won't be. Duh, there's a strike.
oh my
It's going to probably
gosh.
be a while, folks.
Yeah. I heard from someone who's in SAG that they think it's going to go through the end of this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm. We shall
So
see.
who knows what's happening? Yeah, well, I guess if they're not, they probably would have been filming this summer. I think they film in the
Mm-hmm.
summer. And then
Yeah.
sometimes they do film in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
winter, I think, too, but they film in summer, fall through spring. No,
But the majority is in the summer.
it was, yeah, I thought so. I just wonder, I don't know. But you know what? I thought of you because you're like, I just hope it's not this some drawn out thing and all sad. Like, and they did it exactly the way you had hoped. Like,
Yeah.
she was upset, but they did do it well because you didn't sit there and go, oh my god, like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I know I saw some people say, I can Aiden not come back. I like
Hmm.
them together.
It was interesting that he went into the apartment. I was like, oh, okay, because now we're done. So I don't, or maybe
Well,
because,
I was wondering too. They didn't go more into that.
yeah,
I wonder
all
if
of a
it's
sudden he's like okay with it, but she sold the darn place. Like, come on. What?
well, he was probably okay with it because she sold it. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking, and that she
Hmm.
clearly really was moving on. And too, I'm like, I'm overanalyzing, but the thing happening with his child, when something happens like that, where someone's
Hmm.
sick or gets hurt, you're like, you know what, this other stuff, like, who cares? So he
Doesn't
probably was just like,
matter.
who
Yeah.
cares?
But then at the
Um,
same time, like, she sold her apartment. She had no desire to sell that thing until he comes,
yeah,
and they start,
but he does say to her, or she does say to him, doesn't she say, I thought in this episode, like, this
Mhm.
is not, like, she still was happy she did it. I forgot her
Mm.
statement, but she does say
Mhm.
that. Um, but also, too, it was just interesting that he was like, no, like, she can't come visit. Like a solid no for 5 years. Like, maybe
Mhm.
no, maybe in a year, let's check back, or 6 months, or like, but he's like, no. It's like,
yeah, because that's
wow.
there's no way for her to fit in.
But I mean, the prediction of saying like from now
Yeah.
until 5 years you can't, like, he doesn't know that. He
Yeah.
didn't even say like maybe.
Mm-hmm. Wild. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. Good sewed.
Yeah.
I liked
Good
it.
sewed.
Great soundtrack at the party.
Yes.
I liked it.
That's all we got.
That's our chatter for tonight, or for whenever you're listening.
Maybe in like 2 years from now in season 3.
When you're binging it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know how to reach us. Definitely feel free to comment if you're watching on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Chat about theories about what's going to happen next. I don't know. Did you hear that scream?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Good luck
They're not
with that.
wrestling or anything. All right. Bye.